Tonight's podcast is brought to you by Boner Factory Films' newest summer blockbuster.
In a season of reboots, Boner Factory Films is proud to present its newest reboot endeavor with Family Matters Fistful of Urkel.
Carl Winslow has grown old. Carl Winslow has grown tired. Carl Winslow is tired of the shit plaguing Chicago's streets. Carl Winslow has a plan. Carl Winslow is bringing death to the Windy City. His name is Steve Urkel. Carl Winslow has matters. Family matters. Fistful of Urkel.
Howdy ho, Winslows. What's got you down, Carl?
I'll tell you, Steve, I've got too old to protect this city. Harriet left me for crack. Eddie's left me for crack. Laura's currently on crack, and the whole city of Chicago's leaving me for crack.
Well, old buddy, Steve knows a thing or two about stopping crack. That's why I wear these suspenders.
Family matters. Fistful of Urkel.
Oh, Steve, there's somebody being robbed right over there.
Help me, I'm being robbed.
Shut your fucking mouth, bitch. Give me a goddamn money.
How are we going to do this, Urkel? I'm just a pleasantly overweight cop, and you're just a kid.
Carl, you're the best gosh darn karate grandmaster I've ever seen in Chicago. Between your moves and cop instincts, bomb bad sides, and nunchuck skills, we can stop it.
Oh, hell.
Family matters. Fistful of Urkel.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
You're done, Urkel. You're done, Winslow.
Why are you doing this to us? Why?
Because you're America's favorite ethnic family. Because I can't explain to my own goddamn son as to why we're not as perfect as you. Because if I break your family, Carl Winslow, I break America.
Quick, Steve, hit him with the rocket launcher you invented.
Did I do that?
Yeah, Steve. Yeah, you did.
Family matters. Fistful of Urkel.
So be sure to check out Boner Factory's new movie, Family Matters Fistful of Urkel. And if sensuality is more of your thing, be sure to go to your local adult theater and check out Family Matters Urkel Circle Jerkle.
Risen from the grave. You can rob, but know that you can be saved. The good old game is all resurrected. The blood will flow like rain. And now you know their names. All the pregnant are back in the game. With a bottle of whiskey and control of the drugs that they reclaim. All the good old gamers punch you right in the dick. All the good old gamers return and kick you out of the cliff. Rolling you offended, spit down your neck. The good old gamers return.
Well, holy shit. And now, a new podcast from the Good Old Gamers. Starring Lyle and Brandon.
Go fuck yourself.
Hey, Ernest goes to hell. Well, it is fucking Monday, March 1st. Year of our dreaded existence, 2021.
Indeed it is.
Yep. We're back again. We've oh fuck, I'm an idiot.
Me too.
We did record one last week, but it was just kind of...
It was a catch-up episode.
I don't even really fucking remember being here a whole lot. I was so, like, out of the world, dead tired.
Yeah.
Being an adult sucks shit.
Yeah, last I heard, it sucks. I ain't made it there yet.
Thank God.
Yeah. I've been thinking about hitting puberty. I heard it's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, I hear it's a rough time. Get that first hair sprout up, you just think you know everything about the world.
Uh-huh.
How are you?
I'm here. I'm not doing too bad.
I got a couple beers in me now. I feel better.
Yeah. Yeah, I got me some Michelob Ultra.
I got a little grab bag of delights today. Started off with a real fancy selection of a
Some Coors Light.
24-ounce Coors Light, and I've simmered down a bit. Now I'm working on a 24-ounce Miller Lite.
There you go. I got me the Michelob Ultra because it's 95 calories a beer and 2.6 carbs.
Do you want to know a fun fact?
What's that?
Let me look so I ain't lying to you. It's
best
many.
not.
It's how many calories for a Michelob Ultra?
95.
Yes, that commercial's true. Miller Lite is 1 calorie more than Michelob Ultra. 96 calories.
What about the carbs? Does it say? They don't have to say the carbs on them.
3.2.
Okay, and how big is that?
This is a 24-ounce can, so this is like 2 bottles.
So that's actually better.
Really?
Yeah, because this...
I didn't know that was a thing, but they have a commercial out now. Miller does. It's like, Miller Lite, it's 1 more calorie than Michelob Ultra. Why sacrifice taste? You know, that kind of deal.
Yeah, it's actually got less carbs overall because 3 point something and 24 versus 2.6 and 12.
And it's cheaper.
And it's cheaper. I'll have to remember that in the future. Been doing the old low carb diet thing, and
you're looking real good, man. You looking sexy.
I am. I'm closing in on
looking fit.
That 30-pound mark. Weight loss. So keeping it up.
Looking fit. Looking tough.
Mm-hmm.
I'd bounce a quarter off that ass.
Hell yeah.
So
many a quarter have been bounced off this ass. I'll have you know.
We'll have to talk about that on a different podcast. The Good Old Sexy Time podcast coming next week. It's available on, you can find the link on the Good Old Gamers OnlyFans page. We really should start an OnlyFans just to seems like you want to see hot man action. It's just us like drinking and playing video games. It's hot because we're
man
sweating.
on man action.
Yeah, buddy.
Dude, I was working up a sweat earlier when you came in, and I was playing NBA Jam.
I ain't gonna lie, dude. I got here from work, and you were playing that when I come in. I worked up a fucking sweat watching you. That was the most... Dude, I thought I was watching the goddamn Final Four or something. Dude, I don't even watch basketball.
It's getting intense. I didn't realize how... I always knew NBA Jam's AI cheated, like, from quarter to quarter.
I witnessed that shit straight up. Fuck you, dude. I've
been trying to do like a full 27 team sweep. You know, go undefeated, beat them all.
Full season.
And after you do so many teams, AI immediately cranks up to hardest. Harder than anything I've experienced before. Just playing, you know, a game here and there. It is downright cheating. Like if the AI fucking touches you, they take your ball, and when you pass the ball, there's a 50% shot that they're just going to catch it.
Well, there's a 50% shot that you're not even going to catch the ball.
Yeah, just randomly. You didn't catch it.
I've never literally seen you pass it like, for example, when Brandon was playing, he was at the top of the court. And your player you passed it to was on the bottom of the court because you kept ringing threes on the side of the court. Never once in NBA Jam have I ever seen the ball get fucking passed only for the guy to be like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And it just literally hit the fucking floor.
And bounces.
Like,
and
what?
You know, in a normal NBA Jam, like, your shots are, you know, I guess on threes, depending on the character, probably 50% of the time you're going to ring it. Maybe more than that, depending on the character.
I'd say 50. That's pretty generous.
When the AI's jacked up, it doesn't just jack up them, it jacks you down. So, yeah, I'm having to shoot 1 out of 3.
Okay, so do you think it's because of how far they were at in programming AI at that point in time? It wasn't so sophisticated where they're like, oh, okay, this motherfucker's shooting threes over here. Let's start sending the AI over here and guarding because this is obviously where he's shooting the most from. It was just like, nope,
Make them dumber, make you smarter. That's how the AI runs on this shit.
And that's almost how it works in most games till this fucking day.
Well, yeah.
Because good AI is hard to program. And, yeah, they just completely, they jack them up and let them cheat and fuck you over. I mean, okay, I'll be running with the ball. I'll have my turbo down, so I'm maxed out. It don't matter about them. They'll just fucking run you down. They just fucking touch you and they take your ball. They don't have to stop and swing. They just fucking get it and go.
Faster than you.
Yeah, always.
Infinite turbo.
Yeah.
You pointed that shit out earlier.
Infinite fucking turbo, because it don't matter. You can be on fire. I've tested that. If you're on fire, you have infinite turbo. They're
if
not
you're
on fire
for longer than a week, you need to consult a physician and get Valtrex.
You could be on fire and running around. They never get tired. They'll run your ass fucking down. Best thing I found to do for combating the AI, push them, and pass like a motherfucker. Now, when I would like play one game and the AI had its ups and downs quarter to quarter, I hardly ever passed because I was like, I'm way better than my teammate AI. But when the AI is retarded,
and it's starting to fucking ramp itself up.
Well, my team AI still sucks when the other AI is amazing. But I almost treat it as like a way to teleport my ball around the court. Because if I try to run with the ball, they're going to come up and tag me and take it.
Yeah.
So I give it to the other guy. I run where I need to go and get him to pass it back to me and then shoot. That kind of thing. You're a little bit back and forth. But even still, you'll drop the ball. They'll drop the ball. Or the AI, the enemy AI will just, for all intents and purposes, teleport in the way and catch it. Like there's no way in chance that they could have just been there.
Yeah. That shit is straight design.
And I fucking called it when he walked in. I was like, watch, they'll hit every fucking 3-pointer.
And lo and behold,
they did a full court shot and fucking sunk it.
Yeah, within the last like milliseconds of the fucking round. Like,
because I told you, I was like, if you're not at least 3 points ahead, you're gonna lose because they'll ring a last second 3-pointer. And this was like the second or third quarter, and wouldn't you fucking know it? They had the ball at the last second and full court shot, fucking sunk it every fucking time.
Well, too, like you end up getting like a fucking 6-point lead on them, and then within the last 2 seconds, they come back and tie it, and you go into fucking
instantly,
overtime.
Yeah, for like 3 balls in a row. I couldn't even make it to my half of the court. They just instantly took it. Nothing I could fucking do. It's insane. And when I finally, in overtime, when I finally got ahead, I just started, I'm wasting their fucking time. So I was doing like full court shots and stuff just to make them run all the way to the other end.
That's literally when it goes from being NBA Jam to NBA Jam to full of shit.
I'm gonna make my 27 team run, but goddamn, it's getting intense.
You're up to what now? 16? That's good, man. You got 9 to go.
The last 5 have been
9
like
more
this.
mini strokes that you're gonna have.
I think it started when I got to the Atlanta Hawks is when it really like buckled down. I was like, oh my God.
Well, you were having a hard time when I come in with the fucking Celtics. And I was like, this is obviously a 90s game. The last time the Boston Celtics were worth the fuck, I imagine. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know shit about basketball. I don't swing like that.
No.
So.
No, that's not my sexuality.
If somebody's like, man, you like football? I'm like, man, I like NFL Blitz.
Yeah, NFL Blitz is badass.
That's about it. I know, they made that announcement that NCAA football is coming back.
Oh, I can't wait for it. NCAA 21.
NCAA 22. Only to be followed by NCAA 90, NCAA 91, NCAA 92, and they stopped in... What year did they quit making NCAA?
The teens.
Yeah.
Part of me wonders if that's where GameStop's got half of its heat from with like general populace because, I'm going to go buy Madden 67. And then they go and buy it. I'm like, well, Madden 68 now today I can get, surely I can get at least half price for Madden 67. And we'll give you 12 cents in a pack of gum for it.
This is the thing about sports games. I've never, I mean, I get if you like them. But I kind of feel like if you like... Okay, this is... And I'm probably wrong. I usually fucking am. But in my general experience of things, people that play hardcore simulation sports games like Madden, That's all they fucking play.
Yeah.
They play just sports games. Period.
Yeah.
I mean, not all of them, but in my experience, most
I've
of them
seen that
are
quite a
nothing,
bit.
you know, and most of them,
They
not
buy
talking
their-
this, it's mostly like douchey frat guy kind of dudes. That's all they fucking play is sports games.
Yeah, they buy their Xbox just for their Madden or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And I get that.
Yeah.
If that's what you're into, but as for the general masses go, it's always been ridiculous to me to spend $65 fucking tax and all on a brand new game, only to know that you will never be able to resell this for more than $2. And then this same time next fucking year, this same $60 game is going to be about 10 or 15.
And you're spending that money just for an updated roster. That's really it. They might have a couple minor bells and whistles, but you're just getting an updated roster.
Why?
Something they could do with a patch.
Exactly. I was fixing to say, you know,
Just sell like a roster DLC.
It's different. You can't sell a base game and just update the shit via DLC.
Yeah. That goes to game I was going to talk about a little tonight, Stellaris. I started playing again. It's like Civilization on a galactic scale.
Oh.
And it's the game that I have an unhealthy relationship with. Because, like, it's a game I'm just going to sit down and play a little bit of it. 6 hours later, I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So I just beat a run through of it not long ago, really today. And I'm going to force myself to take some time away because it ain't good for me. But it's a game that's been around for quite a while, but they just continually update it and continually release DLC for it. So they're not having to sell Stellaris 20, Stellaris 21, Stellaris 22. They're just adding more shit to the same game.
That's such like old school tactics.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you could totally do that shit like The Sims. Because you're literally not fucking really changing that much shit year to year. And it's always been one of the things, even when Madden was on fucking PlayStation 2 and shit, that was a selling point for certain people for that. Because Madden, like, on the old it looked really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, is it easier to program sport games than everything else?
Yeah. Because you got very clear defined rules. I mean, the AI kind of is wonky, I'm sure. But especially when you already got like a base game set up and you're just changing the rosters.
Well, I mean, I don't guess it's no different, though, than like you go back to the NES and play fucking RBI baseball 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
They're all the exact same fucking game, just minute little differences here and there. But different roster, different load-in screen.
Back then, there was more of an excuse because you couldn't download a patch for your NES.
This is true. Well, if you lived in Japan, you could.
Yeah.
You had the Famicom disk drive.
Everybody had one of those.
Mm-hmm. Obviously. So successful.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me wonder if Gunpei Yokoi crashed his car because of the Virtual Boy.
I hope so.
God, I shouldn't have said that. We shouldn't talk shit about him, man. That's the father of the Game Boy.
True.
You hold some goddamn respect at this table.
I'm a game man. I have respect.
Okay.
But yeah.
Because at once you were a Game Boy.
I was a Game Boy. The Game Boy turned me into a game man.
Now I'm just a...
It just reminds me, every redneck mom in Alabama, you gonna turn off that game man and come eat dinner?
God. Take the tape out of that Nintendo and come in here. Y'all want to go down to the store and rent a Nintendo tape? Fuck.
And everything's a fucking Game Boy. Any handheld's a Game Boy. It doesn't matter. It's a fucking Nintendo DS or a PSP. That's the same company. It's a Game Boy.
Turn that Game Boy off. Well, it's just like, that's how Nintendo was in the South. After a while, it could be a Sega. Turn that Nintendo off.
Yep.
PlayStation, turn that Nintendo off.
Yep.
But there's more than Nintendo. No.
Kind of how
No.
Copy and Xerox were for quite a while, and this Xerox it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, just little Xerox here and there. That's just like Coke. You drink Pepsi around here. It's Coke.
I remember when I first went to public school and I went to the break room, I was like, I'll take a Coke. And they just handed me a Coke, and I was like, you didn't ask me what kind.
Yeah. Maybe I wanted Dr. Pepper, you goddamn son of a bitch.
I wanted Mountain Dew. It wasn't even a Coke product.
Yeah, no. That is here though. That's definite. Like potato chips.
Yeah.
If it ain't got some golden flakes.
Yep.
Oh, the Lay's. Death before Lay's. Can't eat just one, and you can only shoot yourself once too.
I can't eat just one. I've been testing that with my diet because I miss potato chips and fries. But I can have one of them. I can have one of those cocksuckers. They don't throw my
Too
diet.
bad they don't make Olestra Wow chips anymore.
Yes. I need that anal leakage, bro.
Everybody's like, man, I lost a lot of weight. Like, because you shit out half of your body mass.
Yeah. Hey, whatever works.
Yeah.
Who cares if you shit out your liver? You can fit in them new jeans.
Yeah. There were babies born without livers, and they make it by every day.
Yeah, they do.
They're a little gaunt, but they do just fine.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Video game news. I did see Nintendo isn't backing down on their shit to pull all the Mario themed shit off the shelf at the end of the month.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, that's been a thing the whole time. Is like Super Mario All-Stars 3D, the little Game & Watch Mario you can get. That's limited production shit at the end of March. They're not. Yeah.
They're artificial scarcity is all it is.
They're pulling Super Mario 35 from the fucking store.
You better buy it now. You better buy it now.
You better download it for free.
You better get it now.
Because it's not going to work anymore. Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, artificial scarcity. It's the fucking pretzel bun burger of Nintendo.
Did you see the rumor about the name for the Switch Pro?
Super Switch, ain't it?
Yeah. And like
that'd be gnarly.
The guy that announced that was the one that pretty much like was saying it's going to be called Nintendo Switch. And they're saying it's going to be called Super Nintendo Switch. And I'm like, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like, sold. Because, I mean, honestly, Super Nintendo's like, it's up there, man. It's like possibly the greatest console ever made.
Yeah. It's pretty great.
If you don't like it, go fuck yourself.
If you don't like Super Nintendo, why the fuck you listening to us?
If you don't like Super Nintendo, you should have fucking been taking a dirt nap a long time ago. Fucking pole smoker.
Yeah. Should have died in a school shooting.
Yeah, you should have. Just fucking... You should have just run afoul of somebody that played too much Doom and listened to Marilyn Manson too much. Pitiful fuck ass.
You should have been represented in one of their Doom WAD files.
Yeah. Is it true that you had a Doom WAD file that represented each of your classmates? Yes. And the soundtrack was Marilyn Manson. Yes. God. Band hammer.
So yeah, I'll jerk off Stellaris a little bit and then talk about King's Dilemma. Stellaris, I just kind of go over it a little bit because I know I've talked about it before in the past, but it's civilization scaled up a few notches.
Is it a Sid Meier game?
No, it's not.
Oh.
It's a Paradox game, which I know they do. Crusader Kings, which is like I tried to play that fucking game and my autism brain can't wrap around it because it's all about like social politics and stuff. I'm just like, I don't fucking care. I don't care that Duke Gerald the 18th fucked two cousins to make him my lesser court appointee. Like
that's when simulation gets to be too much. Like you get a penalization because you fucked your cousin, and now you have a partially working brain. Well, you were born of a cousin out of wedlock kind of thing.
Yeah.
Your decision making skills are impaired by 50%.
Yeah. I recall when I played that.
But you get an automatic gold subscription each month. Oh, that's awful.
I recall when I played that, I was going through like a minor war with a neighboring kingdom, and at one point it's like, one of your squires or whatever found, a valiant steed that would make a great mount for the king. Would you be willing to pay like 2 gold for this? I'm like, well, fuck yes, 2 gold. I want a sweet horse. And then like every other month, it's like, your valiant steed's got like the flu. You want to pay 2 gold for it? I'm like, yeah. I mean, I just paid for it. Your valiant steed's got herpes. You want to pay 2 gold to cure it? I'm like, God damn, how expensive this horse. And then I got to look and I was like, how fucking old is this horse? It's been like 50 years.
You just want to kind of eventually just be like, is there an option where I can do the never-ending story thing to this fucking equine fuck?
Like, do I get a bonus to glue if I press no?
No, you don't, but you're able to make your craft making points has just went up.
3 XP and plus bookbinding.
Yeah, shit. But you get -3 charisma if you eat the said glue.
Well, fuck, that's some good glue.
Your intelligence
Put a lot of money in that horse.
Your intelligence goes down -8. I don't have to roll a d20 to tell you something bad's gonna happen if you eat glue.
But yeah, Stellaris. So it's a galactic civilization based game. You're going around colonizing planets, terraforming planets, or whatever, setting up star outposts, and interacting with other alien races. So you can start off. There's a shitload of options for alien races. You can pretty much make them from the ground up. All kinds of different like profile pictures for them, so you can imagine what they're going to look like. Things are like, I know one of them's like a fucking starfish looking alien with a smiley face. There's like slug looking aliens and fungus looking aliens.
If y'all don't mind, I'm gonna eat with my asshole now.
Robots and humanoids and all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of options for it. This last playthrough, I just went like my own custom made human faction where we're good at, of course I had to pick rapid breeders. So it's like the best fucking trait for any species in the game. Just being able to get your populations up and planets rules. And plus, I'm like, people like to fuck. So it makes sense.
Well, yeah.
And I think I picked charismatic, so they were better at making culture and bullshit. But anyways, I was like, I'm going to go with a semi-diplomatic approach on this one. So I ended up forming some alliances with some other aliens, and we ended up kicking major ass. I settled one world. I didn't realize it was a holy world for like the biggest badass in the whole galaxy. And they weren't happy with me. But by the time they actually did anything about it, I'd also researched a Colossus ship with a special like Death Star-ish weapon on it. So it was
You just blow their fucking planet up?
No, it was even better. That was an option. I was like, no, this other option's way fucking better. It was a neutron sweeper. Neutron sweeper just eliminated all the organic life off the planet. All their buildings and stuff still there. So all their amazing technology, I just fucking sterilized the whole planet and just set my guys down there and their amazing tech. And pretty good.
That's fucking incredible, right?
Yeah, it was great. I was real happy with that. It's like, you're going to declare war on me? I just finished this fucking thing.
Yeah, well, check your shit out, motherfucker. Hey.
And I swept their capital planet, and they had a few more buildings left, and they sent me a peace officer. Like, we'll settle the status quo now. I'm like, no. You're going down, bitches.
You do realize I just wiped out the rest of your fucking bloodline, right? Like, you're like David on Alien Covenant. You just show up, just drop all the black goo on all the people, and you're like, yeah, suck my dick.
Yeah.
Now, give me your health and aquatic wellness center.
But Stellaris overall, it's a game that spans 300 years on default settings. I actually turned that down to 200 years, I think. Or maybe I'm off by 100 years. Either way, I turned down the late game down 100 years because it gets to where it runs so fucking slow. On any computer. It don't matter how great of a computer you have, it slows down the last 100 years because it's doing so many calculations based on the populations of all the races in the galaxy. So every population there is that has to make another decision, and it just bogs it down.
Oh shit!
So I chop off the last 100 years so the population doesn't get that out of hand. And the last 100 years are the most fucking boring because unless you're retarded or unless you're playing on the absolute hardest difficulty, by that point you've pretty much won and you're just coasting out. So to me, I was like, what's the fucking point? It
Yeah.
was harder for me to win.
You're just passing time at a certain point.
It's harder for me to win the game by, the 100 years prior, where you can actually get ahead of the fallen empires and bullshit that's left over in the game, than to use that last 100 years just to be the ultimate badass. So I enjoyed that a lot more. That's another thing about it is anytime you start a game, there's a million different options on how you set up the galaxy and, things like how often are habitable planets spawned and how big is the galaxy, how many star lanes between stars are there, all kinds of shit. So you can customize the game to be whatever you enjoy. So that's what I really like that about it. But most of the game is a shell game of moving this resource around to make more of this resource, but if you make too much of that resource, you're going to use up another resource used to make that resource. So you're specializing planets on production of this and that, and try not to overextend in any particular one resource, because it's going to fuck you over by using another resource to make it. But it's pretty damn fun. There's lots of different kinds of technology you research, like that fucking Colossus that really changed things around. And the random events that happen in the game can be decent too. Like one of my planets, they were, I think it said like they were digging it and a sinkhole formed, and the whole fucking new alien race was living under the planet the whole time.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wonk, wonk, wonk.
And being the diplomatic people I was like, well, fuck, let's be friends. And I got a lot of bonuses from it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was cool.
I'm glad you made friends with him, because I almost suspected you'd be like, me being the diplomatic guy I was, I showed up and we destroyed the underground.
We just pumped cement into it.
Have fun getting out of there, you fucks. Wonk, wonk, wonk.
I need 32 Star Blakes full of cement and just fucking pump them into here.
Why are we doing this, master? Do not ask what you're told to do. Pump. There's women and children down there, and now they are hardened statues.
There's some specialized troops of aliens in the game too, which is new compared to where I played it last time. They're like custodians or some shit. They just occupy like one certain spot of random solar systems. Like they have basically a space station, but they're very specialized in what they do, and they will give you bonuses if you give them the equivalent of money, which is energy in that game. So one of them is like research guys, a bunch of scientist nerds. Give them 1,000 credits, and they'll help you research for the next few years.
Nice.
One of them were these slugs that were artists, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll give you fucking discussing ass slugs some energy credits. You can like throw parades and shit in my world to make people happy. Worked good for quite a while. Then one day it's like
slugs who are artists.
Yeah, they're artists in this one.
You mean emos?
Yeah, I guess so.
Close enough.
Yeah, but they were throwing this big like galaxy-wide party for my people, making them all happy. Then I get a message saying, just one day you wake up and all of the artisan troupe are gone, and you're missing 10,000 energy credits. I'm like, this fuckers just fucking stole my wallet and ran.
Damn hippies.
And I click on their fortress to talk to them, and it says they're not answering any calls. I'm like, motherfuckers. But I might have been able to kill them. I didn't even care enough to try, because at that point I had so many energy credits that I was like, whatever.
It's kind of like that thing where you're like, I'm just looking at this like, I don't have to deal with you anymore.
Yeah,
so.
like it would cost me more time to send army ships out there to try to kill them. We're going to take a quick piss break.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're back. Bladders have been relieved.
Sorry, I got the bladder of a fucking 16-year-old school shooting victim.
Speaking of school shooting victims,
that's awful.
The slug people, after they stopped communicating with me after running off with my credits, sent me, several years later, sent me a message like, we noticed our deal's running up, because I had to deal with them where I'd pay them money and they'd provide like culture and shit to my people. I said, we noticed our deal's ran up. Would you like to renew? And I'm just like, fuck you, no. And then I tried to talk to him again, and They're not answering any calls. I'm like, you motherfuckers is trying to fucking steal from me again. That's all you're trying to do.
Typical of a God, why was that such a hard word to say? Typical of a slug race.
Yeah.
They get a little bit of money, and next thing you know, they're leaving snail trails all over, all over the land.
But yeah, if you like civilization-style strategy games, I really recommend Stellaris. It's fun.
That's what I was just saying when we took the piss break. Like, the sheer amount of options and stuff sounds really fucking cool, like, in depth.
Stellaris, the game, I'll look it up real quick. The game itself ain't too much. All the DLC, you could spend over $100 on all of it. Of course, there's a Good Old Games release of it too. That Good Old Games has no DRM. You can surf the 7 seas and find you something there.
Oh yeah,
that's what I did because I'm a cheap bastard. Like those commercials they used to play. Would you download a car?
Dude,
Fuck yeah, I would.
Took the shit right out. You wouldn't download $1 million, would you? Fuck yeah. Like, the bigger question is, who's the little pussy that wouldn't? Oh, you got a moral compass? You don't want to download a car? Fuck you. It cost them $2,000 to make it, and they're charging you $25,000. Like,
yep. Allow me to cry a river. I'm sorry. I do like these, I do want to support companies to some extent, but at the same time, I like supporting myself and my family too.
Well, I caught some flack not too long ago because somebody was like, I downloaded a copy of Stardew Valley.
Mm-hmm. How many times have you bought that fucking game?
Like fucking 4. So suck my ass. I've got it on fucking PS4, PC, and I have a bought fucking copy on PC.
Mm-hmm.
There for a while, I got locked out of my fucking Steam account,
Mm-hmm.
So I just downloaded a copy to play, to get me by. And like, I literally had somebody be like, well, you shouldn't download. And I'm like, fuck you. It's a $15 game for one asshole, and I've bought it 4 goddamn times. If I want to fucking pirate one of them, suck my dick.
Yeah.
It's just like fucking anything else. It's not illegal to have a fucking pirated Sega CD game as long as you got the fucking original.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, puff on the magic dragon.
Yeah, I don't know how much it would cost to buy all of the Stellaris DLC, because this starter pack here is $90, and it don't have everything. Now, the base game's $40 on Steam, but man, if you know how to run a BitTorrent, this gets you the Good Old Games version. See if you even like it before you spend the money at least.
That's something I can see.
I do that all the time.
If you like a game enough, buy it then.
Yeah.
No big deal.
So what you talking about tonight?
Well, I've been playing my Nintendo, the Nintendo you gave me.
Mm-hmm.
Realized how much the other night I thought I loved, but actually absolutely fucking hate the game Marble Madness.
Yes.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Like, it's still fun. Or is it? Like, I mean, you know fucking Marble Madness.
Yeah.
Have you ever played it on the arcade?
No.
The arcade uses a trackball.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like, that would be fucking superb.
Yeah.
If you actually...
Versus the D-pad.
Dude, you pick fucking from 90 or 45 degrees, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. You're fucking doomed from the get-go.
Yeah.
I do not think I've made it past level 3 of Marble Madness. And I've tried pretty religiously this past weekend. Like,
it's like how I had fond memories of Pop Dream on NES. Then I'll go back and play Pop Dream. I'm like,
is that the
fuck
game
this.
where you're keeping like the slime running through the pops?
You get like an exit point and you start off somewhere else and the slime starts coming and you got to keep putting pops out there. And the goal is eventually make it to the exit, but it's not that easy because kind of like in Tetris, how you're getting pieces you don't really need. You having to do something with them. And yeah, you could just throw them in a corner, but you might need that corner later because there's going to be a lot of fucking pieces.
God damn it. I remember that game from like the box, but I never played it. So I went from Marble Madness to, I bought a couple Steam games that were on sale. I don't even remember one of them. It's like it's just like a procedurally generated horde shooter.
Mm-hmm.
But it's satanic as fuck.
Hell
You're
yeah.
shooting like upside down crosses out of your finger. That shit. But it's extremely hard. It's like that one game you recommended I get that I had. It was like the 99-cent game where you spawn in
Ubermosh.
It's like Ubermosh. It's just bands of... You would really kind of dig it, though, because the way the skulls and shit come at you it makes me think of kind of like Space Harrier, where it's shooting like the fucking Stonehenge men or whatever. Yeah. Like, it's a lot like that. And goddamn, I'm talking about, I don't even fucking know the name of it. It was 99 cents on Steam. So I'm just randomly...
It's a big game on Steam, though. It's 99 cents.
Yeah, I was like, a lot of them, you know, but I bought Guilty Gear on Steam, the original. Just not Guilty Gear X3
14 Turbo
911 fucking
Jihad Edition.
Never Forgotten Edition. Like, none of that, yeah. Jihad Edition. Oh. This is a very touchy episode. School shootings and jihads. Like, everything that the early 2000s were made out of that scared parents.
Yeah.
But the original Guilty Gear, man, that's a pretty good game. I always dug those because they kind of got like that fucking... I don't know any of the characters' names because it's not goddamn Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, but it's kind of... They all got that kind of like Street Fighter Alpha.
Yeah.
Cell-shaded, real super fast-paced. Right. I dig that.
It kind of reminds me of like Marvel versus Capcom if the game took itself a little seriously.
Yeah. Like Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Infinite or whatever. That shit lost me.
Yeah.
I couldn't I hated how they dumbed it down to the fucking Smash Brothers controls pretty much. I'm like, God damn it. I want to actually hit back, forward, down, diagonal B instead of being like, hit the B button and press up at the same time. Fuck you. I ain't got time remembering that shit. But I played them. I went back and I bought one of the Game & Watch Mario things.
Mm-hmm.
Since they are limited edition going off the shelf.
Gotta buy them all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chimpokemon.
Let's take down the fascist American government. Wait a minute, what? I love you. Chimpokemon. God damn it.
I choose you.
Dude. How fucking funny is it that South Park accurately predicted where Pokemon was going?
Oh, yeah.
Shoo! I mean, isn't there a TV Pokemon now or some shit? Like,
yeah, there is.
I choose you, Commode. You shit swirl.
I remember back in my Ultima Online days, we had, in this one server we played, there's this one asshole guy who had like this big Asian fetish. Like all his characters were Asian. Everything he did is something Asian. So we started just calling him Shiu, based off of that.
Very nice. Yeah. You were talking about Tetris earlier, and I'm looking the name up now because I'm awful at this. But there's a new Tetris game on the Xbox Gamer Pass. I downloaded. I've been playing. I want to say it's called Tetris Connected. Have you seen anything about that? It all is all like spacey looking, of course. Like, you know, it's just the Cosmo, and I don't know how to explain it. Like, when you play certain game modes and setup and shit, it'll be like set up on different planets. Mm-hmm. That's like your different play modes. But it's like straight Tetris Effect Connected is the name of it. It's like a super flashy, like neon-y Tetris. Okay. I've been playing the fuck out of this. I literally sat on my bed for about 2 hours the other day and just did the fucking like battle. It kind of plays like Tetris Grandmaster. Mm-hmm. Like, if me and you's playing and you're getting 1 or 2 lines here and I wait and get a Tetris, I'm going to make your fucking blocks
stack
for
up.
Me or increase tremendously. You know, like, it's kind of does like that. It's got there's another mode I've only played once. It's 3 versus 1. and it seems a bit goddamn ridiculous.
Sounds like it.
I kind of got NBA jammed on that shit the other day. Like, I had this dude, I was playing him, and I ended up just, like, back-to-back 3 Tetrises. Like, doing good. And I got this guy almost to the end, and it seems like he literally dropped a goddamn T block and a left L block, and just, like, cleared all 20 of his lines and just made my shit go, and, like, instantly just killed me. And I thought, I'm like, sitting here being like, dude, I'm kicking your fucking lily ass. And then I'm like, oh, you didn't even spit on it before you rammed it in, buddy. Yeah. My asshole was cleaved in twain after that. Like,
not even Preparation H helped that one.
No, dude, you need a fucking suppository the size of a softball. Fill in that gape with. It's like I got held down by Bishop Mantulu in the Mississippi State Prison and fucking reamed.
Speaking of games like that,
goddamn,
it seemed
Tetris.
like the Pac-Man tunnel game. I just got this on Stadia. Like, they literally just gave this to me today on Pro. I'll pull it up.
Pac-Man tunnel?
Something like that. Some kind of tunnel. It looks cool because it's like 60 players playing Pac-Man at once, but all the maps are connected with tunnels.
What?
Mega tunnel battle.
That sounds like a porno my friend in school used to have.
But everybody starts on their own
mom left his
map.
dad for watching it.
I'll read the description here. 1 to 64 players online. Prove your mettle in the world's biggest simultaneous multiplayer Pac-Man experience. Jump into 64 games and show everyone who's the leader of the pack. Invade other players' mazes, eat their dots and power-ups, even other players.
I'm pretty sure you'll get
and dominate the mazes. But watch out, viewers can vote on power-ups that cause you or your opponents to stumble on the field and be eliminated from battle. So it's people watching too? I have no clue why the fuck you... Well, I know...
Take advantage of brand new power, spy on neighboring boards. So it's like break into their house, eat all their pills, try to eat them out, and if that don't work, then just go be voyeuristic, spy on your fucking neighbors. Maybe they'll get it right.
It looks cool. It does. The whole viewer thing, though, I'm like, who the fuck wants to sit here and watch this shit? I mean, I know there's a whole generation of Twitch people, but...
Well, maybe if like you get in the... I could see it if you get in the middle of like a fucking duel with somebody and there's like 2 people left standing. You want to watch and see who fucking... You know, because I do that shit on other things.
Yeah. I do see, like, in this picture, there's some openings to other maps, but there's timers there. So, I guess after so much time, they open up. Then there's all these death screen blocks.
Is that a timer, or do you have to eat that many dots to open that?
Oh, I don't know. It could be the dots. But
yeah, it says like 10.
I'm guessing after you like eat some players all their dots or something, their maze goes away because there's all these death screen sides on here too. Like when you...
I really like how the right side and around the top there looks like at the end of the game when it glitches out.
That's what I'm talking about. I bet those are dead players' mazes.
Ah, I got you. Like it closes that player out.
Yeah.
Or that maze out when somebody dies in that maze.
I bet that's what that is.
I would really like to try this because I fucking love Pac-Man.
I wish they'd do a good Pac-Man Battle Royale release.
Fuck yes, man.
Battle Royale, so good.
That would be a fucking little sit-down cab to own if you had the ability. I seen, speaking of Pac-Man, there's a guy in Logan in our wonderful county where we live selling a baby Pac-Man machine.
I noticed that.
$1,800, not the way it is with the parts. He said $3,000. Completely refurbished. I'm like, God, it's a lot. That's still kind of a fucking cool because that blends arcade and pinball.
Yeah.
But it's like dual-edged sword. One of those two ever fucks up, you're out double money then.
Yeah. And plus...
How many people around here do you know that fucking work on that shit?
Plus his baby Pac-Man. Like, as a...
Yeah. Dude, you know, we were talking about, before we started recording, we were talking about, I've been thinking about buying one of the At Games Legends.
Uh-huh.
Like I'm thinking about this Friday, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking about it too. I think I might buy it and then sell my 12-in-1, make room for it, and probably make most money back off of it.
Well, yeah, because that 12-1 still pretty. I'll keep mine. You know how I am. I'm sentimental.
Mm-hmm.
You bought that for me in my time apparel, so fuck anybody else. That's mine. Like, but I've been thinking about doing that just because, the Act Games Legends, they're updatable. You can add new games to it. It's already got 300 games right out the motherfucking box on it.
Mm-hmm.
2 joysticks, 2 spinners, fucking trackball, everything you need to play shit.
All kinds of different features on it.
Yeah, there's some really cool shit. I was telling you earlier, you can, there's a certain service they offer. You can stream directly from your PC.
Mm-hmm.
But if your PC's not good enough, they have a service where you can pay like $1 an hour and buy in 10-hour increments and directly stream from them, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to, that'd almost be like renting a game.
Yeah.
Same fucking
Especially
difference.
if it allows online multiplayer like I think it does. It'd be real cool to, pay $10 and be able for the next few weeks log on and play some Turtles with random people.
Fuck yeah, that'd be awesome. Like, sit there and get in a 4-player game and run through.
Even with my 4-player cabinet, I almost never get to do that.
Fucking 4-player Simpsons, dude.
Yeah.
Like, all that shit would be great. The fact you can plug fucking USB controllers and shit to them, like, you may only have 2 players up here, but you're still capable of playing 4 players and shit.
And those things, I know they've got virtual pinball tables on it, and you can buy side buttons to put in there.
The fucking Sam's Club edition ones come fitted.
Really?
With the pinball buttons on the side, and I'm like, that's kind of incredible.
See, I'm not...
The only thing, my only complaint about it is I fucking hate the outside art. And I'm about to buy mine off Home Shopping Network. HSN has 2 they have a Bubble Bobble one or a fucking Space Invaders side skin. So I guess I'm probably going to do the Space Invaders. Because it just looks, I don't give a fuck about Bubble Bobble.
No.
I mean, I like Bubble Bobble, don't get me wrong, but not enough to have a little.
One, I'll probably just let it set some time and then just buy some art off some website.
I hate the front art on it too, where it says like Aladdin, the Lion King.
all the list of games.
Well, I was just like, it only lists certain ones. I'm like, why did y'all list console games on here if you're peddling this as a fucking arcade cabinet? Because I do know, like, a lot of the arcade games it plays, you use actual arcade ROMs.
Mm-hmm.
Like those mini fucking the little $20 arcades you can get at Walmart and shit, like the Pac-Man one. That's all fucking NES ROMs. So they use actual shit.
They're bigger than the arcade 1-ups too. It's not quite full size.
About that earlier.
It's not quite full size, but it's not as small as the arcade 1-ups.
It's bigger than I'd say 3/4. It's a little bit bigger than that.
Yeah, probably like
3.5, 4.
Probably closer to 7/8 or something. I mean, they're pretty close.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at replacing that one,
5/6, and
it's about 10 inches wider than that 12-1. So pretty good size, bigger screen, light up marquee off the bat, 2-player. I haven't seen any complaints about the controls. I know the joystick and the trackball don't have any complaints because I looked for that because that's my main intention on it is replacing the 12-1 with more joystick trackball. I mean, not joystick, spinner trackball games.
I do know it's capable too of playing like ROMs for consoles.
Yeah.
So those badass spinners be great for like playing any like Atari 2600 game. That fucking Kaboom would be fucking fun on it.
Mm-hmm.
Crackpots would be a fucking fun one on it.
I do have new art coming in for my 12-1 and for my Golden Tee. I'm probably going to slap the art on it and then put it on Facebook.
I've thought about upgrading my 12-1 like you did. I want to get a lighted marquee for it.
Mm-hmm.
I put one of those LED light strips on the back of it, and I got it and the plug running to one where I can just plug it in. So when it's set in my corner, like the wall around it glows all these different colors.
That's cool.
I seen something, and I wish I'd have bought it. I seen your scoreboard you got in there.
Yeah.
At Target indicator, I'm sure all Targets have them. They got actual fucking like boards you can get the letters and pop in. Like
Okay.
the old school looking ones. You ought to get you one of them throw up there. Aesthetically, it just look cool as fuck.
I might do that because that was just like a $5 one at Walmart.
I think they're like $20 and it comes with the board and like a couple bags of letters. I seen that like yesterday, like when me and Hannah were in there, and I was just like, that's kind of cool. And then I seen your dry erase board earlier, and I put 2 and 2 together. I was like,
Yeah, that'd be
There you
good.
go.
Yeah, so
until you get you a fucking LED screen to just for nothing but your scores all times, pompous
Man.
fuck.
I think having the actual board is better to me.
Oh yeah,
Something about getting a high
You need to
score,
fi-
then walking over there and writing the
find you a
motherfucker.
chalkboard.
Yeah.
that'd look cool as shit.
Yeah, it
like
would.
old school, like green fucking.
Especially like
chalkboard.
eventually, I'm gonna get black lights to replace my strip lights because I just got like color changing LED lights in there. I think I'm gonna get black lights and get that chalk that glows.
Oh, dude, that'd be cool.
That would be cool shit.
So I've got an idea for you. I got a bunch of vacation time at work,
Uh-huh.
and my band, we're probably not going to be touring this year, just with the way everything is. Maybe a couple one-off shows. What I need to do is in the next month or so, let me plan a vacation day during the week, and let's go to Pints and Pixels during the day and check out their new
I'm down.
bourgeois, because I seen they're open for business again.
Hell yeah.
I miss that place.
Yeah.
Something just hits right when you get drunk with one of your closest friends and play video games and act like a fucking tard.
Yeah. Be completely retarded and play video games.
August cannot fucking come quick
No
enough.
kidding. I need it. I feel it in my bones. I need just put the Southern Fried right in my bloodstream.
Yeah, just shoot me up with lard.
Mm-hmm.
Can't find a vein on my arms, check the bottom side of my cock.
I'm kicking ass on this weight loss, but I swear to God, if I don't gain 10 pounds over that weekend, I'm going to be disappointed in myself.
We may have to, like, overdo it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we know what we normally eat, but like, nah, fuck that. We get the large pizza, normally at Savage Pizza, we might not get the XL.
Oh, this on the way there and back, and we're like, let's stop at every McDonald's we see, and I'm going to put down a Big Mac.
We'll steal a fucking IV bag from the hospital and we'll fill it up with sweet tea. Just, set it to drip. Well, that's what we did last time we went. Me and you went to fucking Hardee's
Yeah.
on the way, and then we stopped at that fucking busted ass gas station on the way back. That girl kept on and on. She's like, if you want some boudin balls, I can cook them for you. I was like, for the 83rd goddamn time, I don't fucking want any boudin balls.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got more mustache hair than I do. I don't want you cooking shit for me. Hate to be rude, but goddamn.
Weren't they trying to hawk seafood in there, too?
Oh, yeah.
Gas
She's
station
like,
seafood.
We got some really good butterfly shrimp. And I'm like,
It's one step away from
you
gas
smell
station.
like butterfly shrimp.
It's one
Like,
step away from gas station sushi. Like,
oh, I got a fun story about that. I watched one of my good friends who shall not be named. This motherfucker, he bought a guitar. And we stopped at this little ass store right next there. So we go in, and I'm talking this store, it's a store and a restaurant. They have Chinese food, and it's a gas station. And it's missing about 5 ceiling tiles. And there's random puddles of mysterious brown fluids. It's fucking nasty, dude. It smelled like a sweatshop when you walk in. Like, there are so many 8-year-old handmade Nikes in the back of this building. Like, it's enough to make God cry. And like, we're in there, and the fucking health rating, this is not exaggerating, the health rating's like 78.
goddamn.
And my friend's like, I'm gonna get something to eat here. And I'm like, your insides are gonna get ate the fuck out if you eat anything from here. I'm like, you're signing up for tapeworms, dude.
Yeah.
Like, straight up. They have all kinds of shit, right? They got fucking your basic ass sesame chicken, General So. What does he get? The sushi.
Oh, no.
Because nothing says something's off like a Chinese place selling fucking sushi, being that it's not Chinese at all.
Yeah.
On top of the fact that you're a gas station Chinese store, missing ceiling tiles with mysterious brown fluids on the floor. All this said, he gets this shit, And dude, I'm at a loss for words. Like, I ain't fucking with no nasty women. However, him opening his thing of sushi in quotations smelled like 83 dead hooker vages that had been severed from the hooker and just thrown in the trunk to rot in the sun. Like, oh, I've never seen so many severed snatches in all my life. You ain't seen them, but you smelled them. That's what his sushi smelled like. Yeah, I'm sorry this is taking a disgusting turn.
Did you down it?
He eat every fucking bite of it.
Did you live?
Unfortunately, I was almost willing for him to die just to prove my point. I'm glad he didn't, but god damn.
That would be his tainted sausages moment.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, if anybody, I'm still pretty sure he's shooting sterile from that shit. Like, maybe that's why he, like me, ain't got no kids. He just spits and blanks. I don't know.
Well, you know, most...
Either that or I ain't seen him without a shirt on in the past 10 years. He might take his shirt off and have fucking clawtooth or whatever growing off his fucking stuff. We must sanctify Mars or whatever. I got somebody from Tuscaloosa calling me.
All right.
Probably trying to reach me about my car's extended warranty. God damn it.
Well,
I just answer the phone and be like, school shooting anonymous. They'd hang up.
So, before we close this out, I do want to talk briefly about King's Dilemma. I said I would last week.
Yeah.
King's Dilemma is...
You said this is like the greatest board game you've played in a long time,
It is fucking great, dude. The premise is pretty simple. Every player is like the leader of a house in this kingdom. And the king, the titular king...
He's got a fucking dilemma.
He's got some dilemmas, and he ain't doing shit about it. The king is just in name only. There is no king.
Well,
I mean, story-wise...
Is it like William Taft stuck in a bathtub?
Pretty
not
much.
Able to do anything?
The king ain't got no power. The house leaders decide what the outcome of the dilemma is.
Oh, so it's America.
Yeah. The king is this... Pretty much the king is the name of that particular session you're playing. So, like, you start off with, like, Harold the Sixth. Then after that, you name all the kings because he don't fucking matter. So we're, like, I think the last time was Gus the Lesser. King Gus the Lesser is our last king.
Oh, that's awesome.
But you are, in like, kind of storyline wise, the game takes place over many generations. Pretty much every game is a new generation. So you're the leader of these houses, and as the kingdom encounters these dilemmas, y'all are all voting to decide what the course of action is. And there's multiple like ongoing storylines that you encounter, and you know, depending on what you vote on what to do, that's what determines the outcome of it.
Yeah.
If I could stop stuttering like a fuck.
Drink some more.
Yeah. So it's got a voting mechanic where each player has power that they can use to vote with. You can vote yes, no, or pass. If you pass, you can pass for power that's in a pool in the middle. That every time a vote passes, all the winning side votes power goes in there. So we're kind of all recirculating the same power over and over. So
it's like America.
Yeah. You can pass for power, get a little gold, get some power back, or you can pass for moderator. The moderator is kind of like the vice president of America. He's the tiebreaker for the house. Any issue that is evenly split, tiebreaker gets the decision. So moderator is pretty powerful. I've learned to use it to extort money out of people because I've been playing. My house has been really greedy. It's kind of how they were set up. So I get like bonus points towards like the end of the entire game if I do greedy objectives. And so I'll get the moderator position, and I'll see two sides are kind of going back and forth on it. I'm like, well, House Cockwallops, that's my house name. House Cockwallops. Like House Cockwallops feels fairly strongly we should do X, but for a special price of 5 gold, Cockwallops will rule in favor of Y.
Jesus Christ. So you can be bought.
Uh-huh. And you can come up with pretty much any kind of deal you want. If gold is exchanged, is the only time the deal is binding, too. So you could say, oh, well, you do me a favor now and I'll do you one later, and then just not ever fulfill your side of it. But if you exchange gold, the deal's binding.
So does it kind of operate like D&D a little bit? Like you can
There's kind of role-playing element to it.
Okay. That's cool.
One of them playing with is Billy. He's been role-playing his house hard because there's like 12 houses to choose from. You name the house, but like the house background and stuff is
predetermined.
Yeah. So his is like fanatic zealots who are trying to erase all religious, like heretical religious knowledge. So anytime a situation comes up, he's voting, no knowledge, we got to burn it or whatever. Mine's about getting gold. I actually unlocked one of my achievements because I've helped vote to create gold from human blood. So we've been bleeding people dry and getting gold from them. It's really fucking fun though, the back and forth that goes on. The game takes place over multiple sessions. I think it says on average 10 sessions, but it could go up to 20-ish maybe, depending on how quickly you progress through the storylines and stuff. But each session, there's a winner of each session, and there's going to be a winner of the overall game once we're finally done with it. And the way you win, way any session ends is if the king dies or the king abdicates the throne. So if you make the kingdom prosper too much, or you make the kingdom suffer too much, the king leaves the throne and the game ends. Or if you play so many dilemmas, eventually the king will just die from old age. And scoring is different too based on those outcomes. So you're voting for the outcome of the stories, but you're also voting for all these 5 resources that's on this board going up and down. And you have certain objectives that you're given at the start of every game. It can be different every game on where you want those resources to lie. So at the end of the session, you're scored based on where those resources lie. So, like, I went with Greedy a handful of times to unlock an achievement on my house, which gets me more ultimate in-game points. But Greedy wanted, like, two of any resources on the extremes, and then all the other ones, like, in the middle. So, if I saw that I had my resources where I want them to be, I would be voting for shit to try to end the game. Try to lock in my score.
Nice.
But you also got to think about the story overall and how things are going to turn out. Like, I knew I needed to try to create gold somehow, and fish. Exploring every avenue of possibly turning something into gold, which ended up being blood.
It usually is.
Yes.
Fishing will rent you a little money, but slaughtering people will get you the gold.
So it's been real fun, and it's a one-time playthrough game because as you do things in the story, you're told to like pull out stickers. The stickers can be positive or negative. They're basically saying your house did this. It has a little blurb on it about what happened and who's responsible for it. So like again, friend Billy, he was responsible. Whoever has the most votes in a decision on the winning side is who takes responsibility for that decision. So he had the most votes on this one dilemma that pretty much introduced slavery into the kingdom. So he got to put his house name on that, put it on the board, and now he is known for slavery.
Billy, you bastard.
And those stickers do age over time and eventually will be replaced because per resource there's 3 sticker slots and you always cover up the oldest one. So they do get replaced over time, but those stickers will give you bonuses and shit on the next game, that kind of thing. It's just real neat the way things from one game carry over like that. And the way the game progresses too. So when you first open the box, it has like 70 something envelopes. Each one of them is full of some cards. So you start off with 0, and depending on what you choose on that dilemma, it'll say, okay, move the resources this amount, maybe get a sticker or something, then open envelope 46. So it'll open envelope 46. Add those dilemmas to your dilemma deck. And now that's going. So by the time you play through the whole game, there's probably going to be a handful of envelopes you never even saw because you didn't go down that avenue of the story. So I could see playing through it again in the future.
So there is a little bit of replay value.
Yes, it's not with your copy.
You see, I guess.
Because you've used all the envelopes, you've used the stickers.
Do they make is there like a kit you could buy with just those components to like
not
play
right
Fresh
now,
Street?
But I really hope they do. They should just make a reset pack. Just give you the stickers and the envelopes, and you're good to go.
Because that, to me, that would sound like the one backlash or not
drawback to
drawback. Yeah,
it's like a $50-$60 game. So I mean, we're gonna get our money out of it by the end of it. But yeah, the fact that you can't resell the game. There's ways you could make this game
That's
replayable.
almost like buying a fucking Max's game now.
Yes.
And the only reason I know that I had that happen to me about 2 weeks ago. I paid $1 and bought The Sims 4.
Oh, you fucked up.
For PC. I didn't even fucking think about it, dude. I
key's
bought
gone.
it at the fucking... It had the key with it.
Ah.
Key's
claimed.
Still got keys already claimed.
Yep.
I bought it at the thrift store near my home. Took it home. Was like, yeah. Which I already got it on PlayStation. Installed on PC. Wrong.
Yep.
I'm like, well, that's why it was a goddamn $1.
Yeah. But yeah,
That's cool though.
it is real cool. So I've seen, looking online, people have gone to extremes to make it replayable, like using a letter opener to carefully open the envelope so you don't tear them, and like write down the stickers on paper versus actually using them. I'm like, fuck that, dude. I paid this much money to have fun.
I'm gonna use it.
I'm gonna use it and have fun.
You might could get on Etsy and find somebody that's like printed the shit. For
Maybe.
it,
I really think they should just do reset packs and like expansion packs. It'd be nothing to come up with new stories and dilemmas and stuff, and just sell you. You already got the board and stuff to sell you stickers and bullshit.
That would be like I mean, every other board game does that.
Yeah, it's a fairly recent board game. I think it's like a year or so old. So maybe they'll eventually do that.
I'm assuming it takes quite a bit of Skrilla to produce a board game too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they might need to be breaking even on that jazz.
It's a very, very unique board game. I haven't seen anything like it. I like that you open it up and it's got this plastic insert that holds everything, but it's got a save slot for you to put all your story cards currently ongoing. So your next game, you put them all out again.
It's
cool. Also got a trash slot, so when you use dilemmas and you're done with them, you put it in this little slot and then it goes under the plastic insert. Never to be seen again. And I found there's a mystery envelope under there. It just has question marks glued to the bottom of the box. So I think our next game, we're going to open that thing up and just roll with it, see what happens.
That's cool. Like almost like an Easter egg.
Yeah.
That's nice. The King's Dilemma. Who makes it?
I don't know.
HG?
HG is all it says. I guess
Home and Garden.
I can Google it. The King's Dilemma board game. So, it is made by Hallamore Hack and Lorenzo. That's the designers, publisher. Horrible Guild makes it. First game of them I've played, and yeah, highly recommend it though. Oh yeah, it comes with a little map thing that so you can see like all these countries and provinces and stuff it's talking about. You can look at the map and see actually what the fuck they're talking about. The map isn't really needed for gameplay, but it's nice flavor,
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, it's pretty simple to set up and actually go. Our first couple dilemmas were kind of awkward because, we're new to it. But once we understood the flow of it was great. Highly fucking recommend it if you got some people to play. You need at least 3 people to play it with. I think the cap is 5. We actually played it once with 6. After 6, there's just not enough cards to go around.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything in that play range, it takes, a game session of it could last 15 minutes or it could last an hour. It kind of depends on what happens. One of ours ended just like that because the resources maxed out real quick. Another, a few other ones though, the game kept going until the king dies. That's usually when it takes an hour. But we'll play 2 or 3 times in a single night.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's pretty groovy.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to try to get by here this week and play a game.
Me too. This week we're probably going to play King's Dilemma and Nemesis.
Yeah, I really want to try
Nemesis is good.
I really want to try that shit out.
Spent way too much fucking money on it.
Yeah, I seen all that running. But still, that's kind of...
I've been buying all the expansions and shit coming out for it too.
That's a first pressing too, I'm assuming, right?
No, that's retail version. There's a Kickstarter version before that.
Okay. Well, whatever.
Yeah, it's still $120 for the base game, and then they're making a standalone expansion coming out. Some, $200.
God,
it came with a bunch of goodies, but yeah.
It makes me sick to my stomach. So let me make everybody else sick to their stomach. I want to ask this question that's on my mind.
Uh-huh.
If a school was a school for racists, if it was a school
so full of racist kids
that makes people racist, that's the point of school, would you feel guilty about a school shooting then?
I know there's no good answer here.
I know. Now I want to know what people think.
I'm not people, so I don't care.
Exactly. So I'm putting that question out there to y'all. Would you feel guilty if it was a school full of mean, evil, racist children?
I love those catch-22 questions. I don't want to get into much politics, but there's this one.
I don't either, but I want to throw that out there because somebody's going to fucking argue a point, and I'm like, there is no good answer here.
There is this conservative black online personality, Jesse Lee Peterson. You seen any?
Nope.
His stuff is funny. I don't think he intends it to be, but he'll get these hardcore Democrat people in there, and he'll ask them, are you concerned about the negative effects of illegal immigration on black people? And they're just like, there's no good answer. They're just so bumfucked. Yes or no, you're still admitting there's a problem.
Yeah. That's one of the only ways you can shut people up.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I get things suck, and it's okay to pick a side and bitch about it, but a lot of times I'm like, you bitch about this, but you still negate everything else that leads up to this. So
I hit my daughter that catch-22 last night I told you about. Power went out, so she busted out.
Fucking hilarious.
She busted out her Ouija board, and we're just fucking around with it. And we're asking stupid questions. She's obviously just making it go to yes or no or whatever. So I said, "Great spirit of the house, do you care that Serrana's a butthead?" And she went to no. I'm like, "Oh, so you're still a butthead? I just don't care."
The only way she could have counteracted that is make him spell out, what the fuck kind of question is that? Yeah. And that, God damn, that Spectre's got some ability. Oh, I'm really glad that after using the Ouija board with your power out, it didn't unfold on itself like in Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Like your house, that is.
Yeah.
Y'all are standing outside just like, God damn it.
Told you not to get that goddamn Ouija board.
Buy in Coleman City, they said. Wonderful place to live, they said. Why didn't anybody tell us about the goddamn Indians buried under the ground here? You moved the goddamn headstones, but you didn't move the goddamn bodies. Oh. Don't you just hate house hauntings?
Uh-huh.
They're the worst.
Well, since we're getting on the subject of sketchy politics, I will say the greatest thing about the fucking genocide of Native Americans is horror movies.
Yeah, because honestly, there are so many based on that.
Yeah.
Fucking Poltergeist,
Pet Cemetery.
The Shining, has Indian, Native American influence.
It's native person now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. the ground is sour here. You don't bury nothing outside now. The ground is sour. Goddamn Pet Cemetery. Did you watch the new one?
No.
It's fucking garbage.
I think everything there is garbage, pretty much.
I agree. I can't wait on them to remake Maximum Overdrive, though. That'd be... God damn, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
I'd love to see some little pissant fuck rat playing with their whatever shitty electronic kids are into, just turn like hoverboards, just hovers your ass out in front of another car that knows you're coming out there.
Oh, that'd be so hilarious.
The hoverboard's like, get ready to the car, and it just drives you out. The car's like,
kids on their hoverboard and it starts malfunctioning, then it's like, whoa! Even though they could just jump off of it at any point.
Yeah.
They're like, oh no, it's gonna bring me into traffic.
It's like that fucking Austin Powers thing. Talking about earlier. Move! Get out of the way! Just stand there and scream for 5 minutes before you're fucking killed. Same thing, like, why didn't you just step off of it?
Well, you know, that kind of thing happens in real life. I ain't gonna say any names, but I know a guy. I know a guy threw another guy who died because he rode his lawnmower off a cliff. Why do you just jump off the lawnmower?
Wait. What?
Yeah.
He rode his lawnmower off of a cliff?
Yeah.
Was he pulling a final fucking Hail Mary or some shit? Like,
I don't know the details of it.
Okay, my main question is, what the fuck are you mowing near a cliff? Are you like literally trying to like... I have so many questions. I don't see how someone perishes by driving a goddamn Cub Cadet off of a fucking mountain. You're not driving a Cub Cadet, obviously. If you're fucking stupid enough, you've got a Lacon Murray, obviously. Like, what? Do I dare say you probably deserved it? Like,
I don't know the guy personally, but I mean, just on a Darwin level, yeah.
I want to know how this happened. Like, are you just like, is it like in Jackass where his dad's driving the thing, they dig the pit and put the leaves over it, and you're just like, I drove off in a pit.
My guess is, I
drove off of a cliff.
My guess is, he had a cliff he mows near, and maybe he got a little too close and thought he could cowboy it off, but instead just strode into his death.
The bad thing is, I imagine this guy fucking driving off a cliff on his lawnmower and he'd been like Dr. Strangelove. He's just on his way to the bottom down. He takes his hat off, starts riding this lawnmower like a bull until it just...
It's even a better story. Nobody died in it, unfortunately. But my whole
he didn't die?
No, another story related.
But this guy that drove the lawnmower, he died. Oh my God.
One of my old bosses, the guy that owned the place I used to work for, he got older and he wouldn't admit it, and he was always doing shit he shouldn't be doing at his age, in his 70s, pushing 80. Out fucking around, working in his yard, and I don't know why he went up to a cliff near his place, because the whole place is on the side of a hill. So he falls off the fucking cliff, crosses the way back up, talking to his wife about how it happened. He's like,
did he fall off again?
He showed her how it happened.
Oh, you're serious?
Yeah.
And he lived?
Yeah.
God damn it. Fuck. I can't say nothing because that would be my fucking luck. I'm like, well, I was standing right here when I got struck by lightning. Jesus Christ. Like, yeah, he had everything to do with that one.
Twice in the same day, fell off a cliff.
Jesus Christ, man. What's even worse is, you can't even use that story to sound like a badass.
No.
You're like, Yeah, I
You fell off
of
once.
I fell
Yeah.
off of a cliff twice in the same day. That's not badass. That's awful. I'm like, oh yeah, I know. What? Is him and the guy that drove the fucking lawnmower, are they related?
I don't know. I don't think so, but maybe. Maybe they don't know about it.
Maybe the dude that fell off the cliff twice, his fucking jealous cousin was like, I gotta one up that son of a bitch. I'm about to drive my goddamn John Deere right off this fucking mountain. That'll teach Terrence to show me up. Fall off a cliff twice. I'm pulling that final Hail Mary. They just show up both on 2 lawnmowers and lock hands like Thelma and Louise and just drive off the cliff. I'll never stop, never stopping. Bad thing is, there's somebody out there be like, what would people do with 2 perfectly good lawnmowers like that for? So many yards that need mowing.
Call now to sponsor your yard and need a mowing.
It's a common problem all across America that men are driving off cliffs with lawnmowers nowadays. For mere pennies a day.
You could mow a yard in your neighborhood.
I never, I never realized driving a lawnmower was so dangerous. I had like a step cousin or something. Now he died by a tractor because he fell off of a tractor and got sucked up underneath the.
Under the thrashers?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It put him in ribbons, I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
Working for the
That's how a man dies.
he was actually working for, he was in jail doing work for the jail, and he fell asleep on the, and he fell, it's like some happening shit from what I got. And I'm saying this shit so disrespectfully because my cousin was married to the guy. Mm-hmm. I feel awful. I hate he died, but it's just like one of the things that's like almost so horrific. You're just kind of like, holy fuck. Like, he fell asleep and fell off, and the combine on the back pulled him up in it and spit him out the other side in fucking chunks, dude.
That is fucking amazing.
So, what the moral of the story is, stop mowing your grass, people. Because if you cut your grass, you're going to die.
I'm still waiting. You see those people with those stand-up lawnmowers?
Oh, my God.
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for one of them to like clothesline themselves off a support cable off a power pole or something. You know, those real tight steel cables?
Just instant decapitation.
Yeah.
The bad thing is, a lot of them now's got that auto sense on it where it just keeps, so you drive by and you see fucking decapitated body just mowing the fuck out of a yard. You're like, God, Jesus Christ, that's efficient.
I need one for my yard.
0 head, 0 turn.
Yeah.
Fucking right on. Kind of looks like a fucked up Roomba.
Well,
that ended up being a pretty goddamn dark episode.
you want
like
to
always.
rock some music and then rock on out of here?
I do. I need to get spadoodling, I guess.
Me, I'm going to give it all pause, see what I can dig up here. We back. We got you some tunes here.
Get ready. Pull your goddamn tits out.
That's only when Skinner comes on.
Oh, yeah. Motherfucker wearing them hi-hats out, buddy.
Yes.
God, man, old square soft music God, dude, I instantly think about that fucking slug boss.
I was gonna
on
say
that.
I started playing through it again, and got just past that point where you fight that snail at the beginning.
Don't attack its shell.
Yeah,
because
that shell fuck you up. Just cast tack missile on the snail itself.
put fucking lightning bolts up that asshole.
Uh-huh.
There's what's the other boss I hated in that game so much? The one in like where you fall down. Fuck. It's like a swamp creature or some shit. You fall down in a hole at one point where you're helping the girl. It's pretty early in the game. It's like one of the second or third bosses you come across.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember that thing being a pain in my dick.
I don't recall. It's been too long since I've played through it. That's one of those.
It's like coming out of the water or something. You fall down like in water below the mountain, and you're trying to get out of there, and before you can get out, that's the thing that's been like, I see you want to use this escape, but you'll have to get by me. You know, everything's so shitty in RPGs like that. Well, I got to take a piss.
Well, first that requires the bathroom key, and you'll have to go up on Mount Doom and find a terrible wizard to get it.
Yep.
But before you can fight the terrible wizard, you must do this mission for
It
me.
would such to live in an RPG universe. Like, I'm just going to go by the grocery store and get some Megs, and you go in there and it's like, not without fighting Supermarket Lobster. Like,
Yeah.
you must duel Supermarket Lobster before venturing forth.
Like, man, I really need a can of corn.
Well, the only way you can get this can of corn is to trade with me for some strange, mysterious mushroom you'll find in the forests of Novak.
It's like, fuck. It's like, okay, give me the green peas instead.
Well, that's a whole other quest altogether.
That's the difference between those old ones and some of the newer ones. Where the new ones like, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking slit your guts open and take it.
Yeah. Yeah, they do the straight up Han Solo shit. Just
Yeah.
shoot first, ask questions
What's
later.
I say newer ones? Fallout, the original Fallouts were like that, and the newer ones aren't so much.
Yeah.
The original Fallouts, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
That's why I liked Morrowind so much compared to like Oblivion and Skyrim. And
Oh yeah, Morrowind will let you fuck your game over.
several times I would just like be a sleazebag, shitbag, you know. It's like, I don't have enough to buy those gauntlets. Just stab them in the gut one time. Like, I don't have to have money to get these motherfuckers now.
Yeah, I remember going in one spot, the big city of Vivek, and going to talk to the god Vivek there, and I'm like, yeah, he's a fucking god. I can take him. Hey, what's a fucking god? And the first few times he kicked my ass, but yeah, I killed him, and like the game's unbeatable after you kill him.
You're like, congratulations, you killed God.
Yeah.
You're doomed to be here like the rest of us. Oh. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Well, I think it's time.
It is time.
Because I got to go bounce. I got some family.
It's time.
Things going
It's
on.
time. It's Vader time. Fucking Miss Vader.
Vader.
From wrestling.
Oh.
Big Van Vader.
Thought you were talking about Darth Vader.
No.
So, okay. Randomly, while we're talking, I watched MacGruber again the other night. I did not realize that his entire fucking team that he hires at the beginning is all wrestlers.
Really?
It's, God, I don't know. I'm so bad at wrestler names. It's that fucking dickhead that sings for Fozzy. Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho.
It's Chris Jericho. It's the big, like, Native American Samoan looking motherfucker that's, you would know who I'm talking about. I think he's a wrestler or a boxer or something. He's got a huge square chin. He's a big
Is it
motherfucker.
Tonka, maybe? I don't know.
Then one of them is Big Show.
Big Show.
Is one of them. He's the guy that starts making out with a dude, and MacGruber like marks his name off the list. And then Kane's one of them.
All right.
And I just recognize Kane is the one that made me recognize. I looked, and I'm like, dude, I've seen that guy, and I'm like, that's fucking Kane.
Yeah.
And then I started realizing, I'm like, and that's Chris Jericho. It's all wrestlers, and they all. Have you ever seen MacGruber?
No.
Do yourself a favor. It's such a goddamn funny movie. He's like talking again. He's like, they're the most, you know, Will Fort. He's MacGruber. He's like, they're the most elite special force team of badasses. They can do anything, any that. And he's like, how are y'all gonna attack your mission? Like, I left several pounds of C4 in the van with my tactically trained team. And he's like, you just left explosives with your team? He's like, they're equipped to handle anything for a fish. You see the van go, oh, no. And he's like crying. Everybody's dead as fuck. Dude,
Sounds pretty good.
It's so fucking funny, dude. It's just got a bunch of like random shit at like one dude piss him off. He's like, what do you want me to do to get our team? He's like, I'll suck your dick. He starts crying. So just let me suck your dick. Watch it. Anyways, we'll be back next week or week after, whatever.
Yeah, whenever.
All that shit. Until then, game over, man.
Game over.